Hello everyone. So we're getting there. We're at that point now where we're at. Oops, sorry. Pages here, spare pages. So we're at that point now where we're getting to the end of the chapter. So we're going to do one more little piece on the real life applications of this, and then we will do some revision. Okay, before we move on. Right, sorry now, let's get that right. So let's do an example. So here's a go. Two taxi firms. So we have two taxi firms. Firm A has a fixed charge of £5 and €2 a kilometer. Okay, firm B has no fixed charge and €2.20 a kilometer. Okay, so we're going to sketch. Okay, we're going to find the equation of each. We're going to find out the distance for which both firms charge the same amount. Okay, distance, both charge the same amount. That's easy enough. And part 4, which company, sorry for the little knock there, company for a 12-kilometer journey. Okay, so there's a lot of information there that we're going to have a go at. Okay, so we review it before we do it, as to say, so we can get an idea on this one. So two taxi firms, firm A, firm B, both have information to help us. We're going to sketch the graphs. What we will do with regards to sketching the graphs is we will throw price on the y-axis and distance on the x. Okay, so so we'll do distance and price. Okay, because the distance determines the price doesn't determine the distance, if you know what I mean. So that's the way we will have a look at this one, and then we will find the equation of each. We know how to do that in the y minus y1 formula, and then we're going to look at what distance do they have the same amount charged. So that looks like an intersection-y type of question, and then we need to figure out that. You can figure out that from the graph, which one will give you the least amount, or you can just sub them both into the equations. But that's probably cheating a little bit, and you're probably better off trying to figure it out from the graph, you know, that type of way. So listen, we'll dive right into it, as they say, and we'll see how we can get on with it. But it doesn't look too hard of a question. I'd be very happy if this came up in an exam. I doubt it would come up in an exam just because of the nature of it. Listen, like anything else, you don't know whether these are going to come up or not, but you can only hope that something like this will come up. So listen, let's give it a go. And do. So, quick sketch. I'll refer back to this page a few times. Okay. So, quick sketch. Now, this is a sketch. As I said, I'm not being accurate. You can be accurate if you want to be, but it's just a sketch. The idea being just to kind of give you a brief kind of idea of what's going on. Okay, I know some of you take this very seriously in terms of, you know, drawing it. So feel free to be very serious in terms of drawing it. Price wise, I'm looking at €2, €2.20. Maybe we'll go up in 5s. Okay, it's probably the easiest things. I'll go up in 10s. No, we'll go up in 10s. Okay, if we need to, we can 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 euro. Okay, there's price, euro, and then along the bottom we'll do the 10s again. Or do we even need to do 10s? Let's have a look. I'm just going to quickly do it in my head. No, I think we can get away with 5s, you know. I think we can get away with 5s. I don't think so. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is kilometers, and that's 25. Okay, so there's your kind of basic sketch. Now we're just going to plot the different points onto this sketch and just see where it goes. You know, again, we only need really kind of 1 or 2 points to kind of work this one out, because, you know, it's not exactly going to be a tough one. But like anything else, it really is kind of up to you. What do we know for sure? We know, I'll do the we'll do Fermi in purple. Okay, and what do we know about Fermi? We know that Fermi charges £5 regardless of the minute you step into the taxi, it's a £5. So 0 and 5 is definitely, so we went up in 10s, wasn't it? So there's 0 and 5. Okay, now we need some other point. Okay, we need another point on there. It's €2 per kilometers. So after 5 kilometers, you're up to 10, aren't you? So you'll be up at 10, I would say. So if you put in 10 kilometers, you're up to 25. Yeah, so we'll do that one. So that's 5 at 10, you're up to 10, 25. So I'm going to try and get this right. So somewhere there. Just throw that bad boy in. There. Okay, so that's firm A. Now, firm B has no fixed charge, which means he's going to start from there, and he's €2.20. So let's use 10 again. That'd be 22. So we'd be at 10 and 22. Where's 22? 22. So, so that's, we went up in 10s. There's 30, there's 25, there's about 22. Okay, these are going to cross over somewhere. Okay, so they're crossing over somewhere there. Okay, right, so there's the sketch done. Okay, now I suppose the question becomes, you have to 25. Yeah, now we have to do some type of equation-y type of situation. So let's get the slope of A. Let's deal with firm A. Firm A. Right, let's have a look at his slope. Well, listen, we have points on the line. We have 2 sets of points really for firm A. We have 0 and 5 and 10, 25. 0 and 5 and 10 and 25. Okay, so you've got y2 minus y1, that's 20 over 10. That's going to give you a slope of 2. Okay, so a slope is equal to 2. And listen, you can use either of those points. It really doesn't matter. Okay, and use 0 and 5 as your x1, y1. So you have y minus 5 is equal to 2 on x minus 0. So that's 2x minus y. Oh, I should have left it the other way. 2x minus y plus 5 is equal to 0. I'm actually thinking of it as a coordinate geometry. No, what we wanted is y is equal to mx plus c. So let's leave it as it was. It's actually going to be y is equal to 2x plus 5. But now we want to convert it from y into price, don't we? Okay, so price is equal to twice the distance plus 5. Twice the distance plus 5. If you want to do it in capitals, price is equal to 2d plus 5. That's done. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing now for the other fella. Okay, firm B. We have coordinates for firm B. We do. We have 0 and 0. And we have 10 and 22. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to find the slope. Once we found the slope, we're going to use the easier of the 2 sets of points to do our magic on it. Okay, so 22 minus 0 over 10 minus 0, that's slope of m is equal to 2.2, and we'll use 0 and 0 as our x and y. So y, x1, y1, y minus y1 is equal to m on x minus x1. Y is equal to 2.2x, or p is equal to 2.2d. Interesting. Okay, so there's your two of them done. Nice one. So what's our next bit of the question? The distance both charge the same amount. So we need to figure out where they both charge the same amount. So listen, where are we looking at here? It's 25. Let's look at something. From my crappy graph, 5, 10, 15, around 5, 10, 15, 20-ish. That was meant to be 25 there, sorry. 20-ish. Okay. So at a distance of 25 kilometers, that's what we're saying. But listen, let's try and work it out from the maths, because, you know, kind of have to be sure. So how do we know? Well, if p is equal to that and p is equal to that, make the two of them equal to each other. So let's try and make them both equal to each other. 2d plus 5 is equal to 2.2d. Okay, let's see, bring them together, bring it that way. 5 is equal to 0.2d. D is equal to, let's get our calculator. Sorry, just get my calculator here. 5 divided by 0.2, it's 25, isn't it? 0.2. Yeah, it's 25. D is equal to 25. Okay, so listen, moral of the story there, my sketch was definitely off. I was estimating 20-ish. The reality is it was about there, it's about 25-ish. So, you know, just shows you, always check the algebra to make sure that your graph is right. Now, it was a sketch, so it wasn't to scale, but it should have been a bit better. Yeah. So the last bit, which company for a journey of 12 kilometers? Okay, well, listen, do the simple maths. If I put 12 kilometers in there, that's 29 euro. If I put 12 kilometers in there, that's going to be 26 kilometers. So I would go with firm B. You know, they're my bet for that one. So you would have done something similar to this in junior cert, very, very similar. Maybe in junior cert to be more scaffolding on it. You would have been given more of the information to start with. Maybe it was a function you were given, but this is obviously leaving cert, so they're giving you a lot less in terms of, you know, your accessibility on it. So, sorry now, throw that over there. So, that's another example of how to do it. So, one more, as the man says. Okay, let's do our blurb on this one. So we have that's us. Let's try and think of a nice one. Okay. A textile firm sells or makes 100 jackets a day, but can only sell to shops if it's no more than 60 quid a jacket. Okay. However, at the current price of 100 quid a jacket, only 50 can be sold a day. I see what they're trying to do here. Okay, so so we're looking at price versus the number of sold per day. and we want a sketch with the price being the determinant factor, price on the x-axis. Okay, we want the equation. Okay, for both of them. Let's see the equations. What else do we look for? We will look for what price could you sell, could you do at 88 jackets a day? And how many jackets to be sold or to be made if you're going to sell at 72 quid. So the reverse of the other one. Right, so it looks a bit technical, okay? So we're going to sketch it, get the equations of both, same as the last one, find the price at which you can make 88 jackets a day, and then how many jackets a day can you make if you're going to charge 72 quid. So what do we got to go off? A firm can make 100 jackets a day, but can only sell to shops if no more than 60 quid a jacket. But the current price is 100 quid per jacket, so they can only make 50 jackets a day. So there's two different equations there that we're going to have to try and kind of marry together. And once we've done that, then the rest of it's going to be okay. Like, it's not going to be brilliant, but it'll be okay. So let's give this one a go. Okay, this one's a bit tougher now. Okay, it's going to be an unusual shape. That's the way I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm going to park that there and keep it. So what information we've got? We can know, and remember, we're doing x and y axis, where price is the determinant factor. So price is going to be on the x-axis. So we're going to have 60 quid can generate 100 on the y-axis. 60 quid can generate 100 jackets, but we've only got 100 quid and it's only generating 50. So we don't have any other information, so they must be linked on the same axes, okay? Which is a very bit weird. So let's try and sketch this. God, this is a tough one to sketch, okay? As you can see, the numbers are quite high. There's nothing down around the, there's nothing to tell you down there at the other bit. So listen, how we go up to 100. We go up in tens to 100. I'm not having enough space. We go up in 20s to 100, okay? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So that's 120, okay? And we do the same thing here. We go up to, do I have enough space? I don't. Okay, we go up in tens to 100, 20s, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And we're going to put jackets. And we're going to put price. So at 60 quid, we can make 100 jackets. That's 20, 40, 60 quid. I can make 100 jackets. So that's there. And at 100 quid, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, I can make 50 jackets. 20, 40, 60. So it's about halfway there. Okay, so let's draw a line between those two. So it's a very unusual one. We don't have an actual second graph because they're just based on what you're given. So let's try and define that it's a slope. You can see it's a negative slope. Okay, so we've got what type of relationship here? For those of you who don't remember, it's an inversely proportional relationship. So as one number goes high, the other number goes low type of thing. So let's work out the slope. We could do a rise over run on it, but we have our numbers here. So slope is going to be y2 minus y1. So it's minus 50 over 40, which is minus 5 over 4. Okay, so let's do our equation. I don't know, you can use either one of these. Don't really care. We'll use this one next, like the 100 at y1. So we have y minus y1 is equal to m on x minus x1. 5x plus 300. Now, we need to rearrange, don't we? To get the, but we need to, can rearrange if you want. It's going to get messy, but listen, I don't mind rearranging. So let's rearrange it to get the y-axis jackets in terms of price. Okay, so 4y is going to be equal to minus 5x Let's bring that over, plus 700. Okay, plus 700. So y is equal to minus 5 over 4 x plus, well, what's 700 divided by 4? That's 28, I think. Okay, I'm going to double check that because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. 700 divided by 4. Oh, it's 175. My bad. Good job. I checked. 175. Okay, so yeah, okay, 175. So there's, now let's turn this into code. So y is jackets. So jackets is equal to minus 5 over 4 price plus 175. Okay, so that's your basics. Now, what do we need to figure out? We need to figure out what's the price for 88 jackets a day. Okay, so for 88 jackets a day, let's first of all, we'll estimate it from our, and then work it out algebraically. 88 jackets, remember we these went up in 20, 40, 60, 88 jackets, go to around there and bring that down. 20, 40, 60, 80, about 88 jackets, about 80 odd quid, something like. So let's see how we write. We'll have to do it algebraically to show that we're correct. But again, I'm not too sure about that graph in terms of the accuracy of it. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to figure out if 88 jackets are 88. So if we put an 88 there, where are we here now? Okay, what price for 88 jackets? So let's do this one. So for 88 jackets, it's going to be equal to minus 5 over 4 times P plus 175. Okay, so let's read this. So 88 minus 175 is equal to minus 5 over 4p. P is equal to 88 minus 175 divided by minus 5 over 4. Now, that's minus 1.2, so it's 88. I'm going to use my calculator again. Bear with me. 88 minus 175 and divide that by 1.2, and it's negative, so it's going to cancel it out. Okay, so what are we looking at there? Something like 72-ish. That wasn't too far off. Okay. Okay, 72-ish. Okay, wait, I don't know where my good calculator is. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. Found a good calculator. Let's do it again. 88. Oh, delete. Minus 5 over 4. 4. Oh, God, geez, good job I checked on my calculator. €69.60. P equals €69.60. That useless piece of crap on Microsoft. Okay, there it is. That's the first one done. Now let's reverse the process. Now we know the P and we want to find the J. Okay, so how many jackets for 72 quid? So J is equal to minus 5 over 4 times 72 plus 175. Now I should use my perfect calculator. Minus 5 over 4 bracket 72 plus 175 equals 85 jackets. I hope you got that right. So, I hope you got that right. 85 jackets. Again, I'm not big on these ideas of sketches. You either do it right or you don't do it at all type of thing. And that's it. Bye.